What you need to say changes when we learn new information. That's the entire idea behind conditional probability. Instead of treating every outcome as possible, we remove the outcomes that can no longer happen, then recalculate using what remains. Take a simple example. Imagine a bag with 3 red balls and 2 blue balls. There are 5 balls total. Before we know anything else, the probability of picking a red ball is 3 out of 5. That's because 3 of the 5 possible balls are red. Now the important part. Someone picks a ball, but we don't see it. Then they tell us the ball is not blue. That extra information changes the problem completely. At the beginning, all 5 balls were possible, but once we hear not blue, the 2 blue balls are removed from consideration. They cannot be the chosen ball anymore. So now the possible outcomes shrink. Originally, the possible balls were red, 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 blue, blue. After the clue not blue, the only remaining possibilities are red, red, red. Now ask the probability question again. How many possible balls remain? 3. How many of those are red? Also 3. So the probability becomes 3 divided by 3, which equals 1, or 100%. The denominator changed because the set of possible outcomes changed. This is called conditional probability. It means finding probability after learning extra information. You may also see notation like P, red, given, not blue. The vertical bar means given that we know. And conditional probability does not always become 100%. If the bag also had 4 green balls, then not blue would leave 3 red and 4 green, so the probability of red would become 3 out of 7. The key idea is simple. Remove impossible outcomes, then recalculate using only what remains.